Now, let's take another look at this. How many agree that financial success has a lot to do with being in the right place at the right time? See, almost everybody agrees with that. There's another factor that's missing here. You've got to be aware that you're in the right place at the right time. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm going to tell you, I was in the right place at the right time all kinds of times in my life, and I blew it. You know why? I wasn't aware I was in the right place at the right time. The opportunities are always coming at us. If we're not aware, we miss it. Now, this is probably one of the most important things that you're going to get this weekend. Your results are an expression of your own level of awareness. Now, think of this. Your results, I know that you may think that it has a lot to do with someone else or something else. Not so. Your results are an expression of your own level of awareness. Now, you're going to find people say, but Bob, you don't understand. Like, let me explain. No, I do understand. Let me explain. George Bernard Shaw put it very well one time. He said, people are always blaming their circumstances for where they are. He said, I don't believe in circumstance. The people who get on in this world are the ones who get up, look for the circumstance they want, and if they can't find them, they make them. You're familiar with it. Yeah, it's very good. All right? Now, I want you here for a moment. Let the little dot in the center of the screen represent your level of awareness. I'll let it represent mine. You let it represent yours. Now, the little dot, it's a representative of our level of awareness. I want you to imagine, now think for a moment of the results in your life. I want you to think about your financial situation. Think about your health. Think about your relationships, the state of your business, or what all of the results that you're getting in your life. Imagine how your results would improve if we just expanded that level of awareness by that much. My goodness, our life would change. When I look at my life today and I compare it just to a short time ago, my life has changed so much. Jerry Robert, who you're going to hear from tomorrow, a very good friend, he and I were talking about it just today. We were wandering down through some of the shops down here earlier today, and we were talking about how much our life had changed and how good it is. And I said, and it gets better. It's like Michael Beckwith on The Secret. He said, God is good all the time. And that's the way it is. It just keeps getting better and better and better. Now think of this for a moment. A person is earning $150,000 a year because they want $150,000 a year. They're earning $150,000 a year because they're not aware of how to earn $150,000 a month. If they became aware of how to earn $150,000 a month, do you think that they would ever settle for $150,000 a year again? You wouldn't do it, would you? No, you wouldn't. Just like that. It's an awareness. I live in Toronto, but my office is in Phoenix, in Arizona. Now, there's a considerable difference in the climate between Toronto and Phoenix. Phoenix is hot. It gets real hot. Like in the summer, 115 is not uncommon. And one of the reasons I don't live there. But every now and then I go there, and I'll see a guy out on the street. He's got one of those jackhammers. You know, you hold on, and you wonder how they stay in one piece working with them. I mean, they just shake the living daylights out of them. Here, it's 110, 115, and they're out there. And I'm looking at them, and I'm thinking, it has to be awareness. A person wouldn't do that unless they were aware. If they were aware they didn't have to do it, they wouldn't do it. Why would people do some of these terrible menial jobs? I remember I got out of the Navy, and I took a course in welding. And I was welding for a steel fabricator in Toronto. The guy was mean. I mean, he had a sadistic streak in him as wide as this room. And he used to take great pleasure out of hurting people. And I hated working there. And all of the way there, I was afraid I was going to get fired. And I thought, what a terrible way to live. But I used to live that way. I didn't live that way because I liked living that way. I was living that way because I wasn't aware that I didn't have to live that way. You see, we tolerate stuff we don't like because we lack the awareness that we don't have to tolerate it. This is the whole deal. It's all awareness. Look, all religion and all science teach us that everything we'll ever want is already here. All the knowledge there ever was or ever will be is 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. All the power there ever was or ever will be, yes, 100% evenly present in all places at the same time. That being true, why don't we have more of what we want? Because we're not aware of it. Like the way to operate the internet has always been here. Do you know, every day there's a person in our company just hits the mouse, wham, and we send an email to 150,000 people every day. It's probably 160 now. It keeps going down. All over the world. We've always been able to do something like that. Always. I can just touch the button and the screen changes. We've always been able to do that. Why weren't we doing it? Because we weren't aware that we were able to do it. You get the idea? It is so obvious and so simple. The way to fly an airplane is the way, like, I had a bed to sleep in, flying here, a bed. When I was going over to Dublin, Gina said, who do you want to go with? And I said, British Airways. They got the best beds. Now, there's only 16 beds on that plane. You think? And then there's a curtain. And if you look behind the curtain, there's people and they're squashed into seats. Hundreds of them. They're squashed. Yet when they're eating, they're like squirrels. Now, I want you to imagine, in the middle, there's a row, there's at least 10 seats all together. Imagine, it's the middle of the night, you're sitting right in the center, everybody on both sides is sleeping, and you gotta pee. You're sitting there and you're thinking, God, I don't know. Oh. Finally, you think, I'm gonna have to wake them all up. Why would people sit back there? Like when I wake up, I just hit a button and the stewardess will come. Yes, Mr. Proctor. Could I have some tea and biscuits? Yes, Mr. Proctor. Why would they stay back there? They'll say, but it costs a lot of money to sit up there. What the hell? If there's an infinite source of supply, who cares? I said, you don't understand. No, I do understand. Do you know why people sit back there? Because they don't know they can sit on the other side of the curtain. This is really what I'm talking about. You see, if you expand your level of awareness, your whole life will change. Well, the question is, how do I expand my level of awareness? Well, if you think about it for a moment, the answer will come. Here it is right here. As you expand your level of awareness, your whole world's changed. It's effective education combined with professional coaching over a reasonable period of time will expand a person's level of awareness. We have a coaching program. I work with people all over the world in a coaching program. Yet the whole concept is change your level of awareness. It doesn't happen in a few minutes because as we start to shift our awareness, we become aware of how to change our paradigm. And it's our paradigm that's controlling our behavior, and the behavior produces the results.